Okay, so I'm standing in the school bathroom right now, and my hands are literally shaking. I just did something that feels completely insane, and I need to tell you about it before I lose my mind. I deleted the group chat. If there was such a thing as insider trading for mental skills, you just found the spot. Mental skills are the cheat code to life that no one's talking about. This season, fall forward with me as we dive into stories, tools, and techniques to help you navigate the awkward, challenging, and sometimes frustrating facets of life. The cost of ignoring these skills isn't just struggling. It's watching your future self slip away, while others who improve their mental skills soar past you. I want to quickly thank our sponsors of this podcast, the UPS store off 12th and Patterson and Fire FC Soccer Club, for consistently investing in our future by helping be a solution for our future. Lastly, I want to remind you that the hard things you may be going through right now are not your final destination. Everything you're going through will soon turn into everything you went through. Don't forget, without rain, nothing grows, and all broken colors still color. Now, on to the cast. Not left it, deleted it. The entire thing. 3 years of messages, inside jokes, photos, plans, just gone. And here's the really messed up part. The group chat had 8 people in it. My 8 best friends. The people I've known since freshman year. The people who, up until about 20 minutes ago, probably thought I was still one of them. My phone is buzzing in my pocket right now. I can feel it. They're probably texting each other in a new group chat without me, trying to figure out what just happened. And honestly, I don't blame them. But I need you to understand something. This didn't happen in 20 minutes. This didn't even happen today. This has been building up for 847 messages. Yeah, I counted. So let me take you back. Let me show you exactly how I went from being the person who started this group chat 3 years ago to the person who just nuked it from orbit. 3 hours ago, I'm in AP English and we're supposed to be discussing The Great Gatsby. Mrs. Owens is asking something about the green light and symbolism, and my phone vibrates in my pocket. Then again, by the time she finishes her question, I've gotten 12 notifications. I don't even look at them. I already know what they are. The group chat is called The Council. Yeah, I know, we thought we were so clever when we were 14, and lately, the Council has been a lot. It's like this living, breathing thing that never sleeps. Someone's always posting, always reacting, always having an opinion about something. Mrs. Owens is still talking about Gatsby and Daisy, and I'm thinking about how I have 236 unread messages from this morning alone. I haven't opened the chat since yesterday afternoon, and here's what's wild. I'm not even curious about what I'm missing anymore. That's new. 2 hours and 30 minutes ago, lunch period. I'm sitting with half the council, Maya, Jordan, and Chris. We're at our usual table, and everyone's on their phones, which is normal, except Maya's laughing at something, and she looks up and goes, "Did you see what Jake posted in the chat?" I haven't, obviously. I'm about to make up some excuse when Jordan jumps in. "Oh my god, yes." And then Sophie's response, "I'm dead." They're all looking on their phones, reacting to this conversation that's happening right now in real time in the same room as us. We're literally sitting together, but the real hangout is happening in our pockets, and I'm just sitting there, watching them react to messages I haven't read, feeling like I'm on the outside of an inside joke that's happening at the table I'm physically sitting at. Chris notices I'm quiet. "Dude, you good?" "Yeah," I say, "just tired." It's not a lie, I am tired, but not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. Okay, so let me go back further, because 2 months ago, I would have been the first person laughing at Jake's message. I would have been the one making the joke that Sophie was responding to. So what changed? 2 months ago, mid-September, we're all hanging out at Maya's house, and it's one of those perfect nights, you know? Someone's parents are out of town, we've got pizza, we're watching a terrible movie and roasting it, and everything feels easy. And then someone, I think it was Jordan, says, "We should do this every weekend." Everyone agrees. We're all excited. We start planning right there. And then Sophie goes, "Let's make a poll in the chat for next weekend." So we do. We make a poll, and then someone shares a meme, and then someone else shares a TikTok, and then we're all on our phones, even though we're all in the same room. The hangout doesn't end when we leave Maya's house. It just continues, in the chat, all night. I'm lying in bed at 1 a.m., and the council is still going. 143 messages since I left Maya's house 3 hours ago. And here's where it starts to twist. I want to keep up. I don't want to miss anything. So I'm reading every message, reacting to every meme, contributing to every conversation, even when I should be sleeping, even when I have a test the next day. Because here's the thing about group chats. They create this illusion that if you're not there, the friendship isn't real. Like, if you didn't react to the meme, did you even see it? If you don't weigh in on the debate about whether we should go to the football game or the party, do you even care? 6 weeks ago, I start to feel it. This weird tightness in my chest every time I see the council on my screen. 5 weeks ago, I'm in my room doing homework, and I realize I've picked up my phone 8 times in the last 20 minutes. Not because I want to check the chat, because I feel like I have to. FOMO is such a weird thing. It's not even about missing out on plans anymore. It's about missing out on the feeling of being included, the feeling that you're still part of something. But here's what nobody really tells you about FOMO. Sometimes the fear of missing out is actually less exhausting than the reality of staying in. 4 weeks ago, I started an experiment. I mute the chat. Not forever, just for a few hours while I do homework. Those few hours feel like the first deep breath I've taken in months. When I unmute it, there are 63 messages. I skim them, most of it just noise. People sending random stuff, inside jokes I'm too tired to decode, debates about things that don't actually matter, and I realize I didn't miss anything important. Nothing that affects my actual life happened in those 63 messages. But I still feel guilty for not being there. 3 weeks ago, something shifts. We're making plans for Halloween because it's coming up in a few weeks, and the chat is blowing up with ideas. Someone wants to do a group costume, someone else wants to go to this party, someone else just wants to hang out and watch movies. I don't really have a strong opinion either way, but I feel this pressure to weigh in, to prove I'm still invested. So I send a message. I'm down for whatever you guys decide. Maya responds immediately. That's what you always say lately, LOL. It's meant to be playful, but it stings, because she's right. I have been saying that a lot. I've been drifting, going through the motions, reacting with emojis instead of actual thoughts. 2 weeks ago, I stopped opening the chat entirely. I still get the notifications, I still see the preview messages, but I don't open it. Because once you open it, you're in. You're part of the conversation. You're expected to respond. And if you don't open it, you're just busy. You're not deliberately ignoring anyone, you just haven't seen it yet. My badge notification goes from 89 to 247 to 531. It becomes this little red number that I just ignore, like an email inbox you've given up on. 1 week ago, Chris texts me privately, "Yo, you alive? Haven't heard from you in the chat." I tell him I'm fine, just been busy with school stuff. He seems to accept it, but I can tell he doesn't really buy it. The truth is, I'm not fine, I'm stuck. Because I've ghosted so hard that coming back now feels impossible. What do I even say? Sorry I haven't responded to your 847 messages? Do I address it? Do I just jump back in like nothing happened? The longer I stay away, the weirder it gets. And the weirder it gets, the harder it is to come back. This morning, I wake up to 89 new messages. Someone's birthday is coming up, Jordan's, and they're planning a surprise. They're tagging everyone, asking who's in, who can chip in for a gift, what time works. They tag me twice. @Theo, you coming? And then, 3 hours later, @Theo, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm lying in bed, staring at my phone, and I feel this wave of anxiety that's so intense, I literally feel sick. Because I care about Jordan. I want to celebrate their birthday, but the idea of opening that chat, of seeing those 847 messages, of trying to figure out what I missed and where I fit in, is too much. So I do nothing. I go to school, I sit through English, I sit through lunch with people from the chat, pretending I don't know what they're talking about. And then, 20 minutes ago, I'm standing in this bathroom and I just break. I pull out my phone, I open the chat, and instead of reading the messages, instead of trying to catch up, instead of explaining or apologizing or pretending everything's normal, I delete it. And now, I'm here, telling you this story, trying to figure out what I just did. Because here's the thing, I don't actually hate these people. They're not bad friends. They didn't do anything wrong. This isn't about them. This is about me realizing that I was drowning in notifications, that I was so afraid of missing out that I forgot to ask myself, what am I actually missing? Am I missing genuine connection, or am I missing the performance of connection? The group chat stopped being about spending time with my friends. It became this obligation, this thing I had to maintain to prove I was still in the friend group. But real friendship isn't supposed to feel like homework, right? So here's what I'm learning right now in real time. Sometimes protecting your mental bandwidth means disappointing people. It means not being available 24/7. It means accepting that you might actually miss something. And FOMO isn't about what you're missing. It's about what you think you're missing. It's about what you think missing something says about you. Like if you're not there every moment, every message, every joke, then maybe you don't matter as much. But that's not true. That's the lie that group chats sell us. The constant availability equals friendship. I don't know what happens next. I'm probably gonna have to talk to these people face to face. I'm probably going to have to explain why I nuked their 3 years of messages. And it's going to be so awkward. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the conversations that matter are the ones that can't happen in a group chat with 7 other people watching. Maybe real connection is what happens when you put down the phone. If you're listening to this and you've got a group chat that makes your stomach drop every time you see a notification, you're not a bad friend. You're not antisocial. You're not broken. You're just someone who realized that you can't be everywhere all the time, that your mental energy isn't infinite, that saying no, even quietly, even by ghosting, is sometimes the only way you know how to say, I need space. The trick is figuring out how to take that space without disappearing completely, how to set boundaries without burning bridges. I clearly haven't figured that part out yet, but I'm working on it. My phone is still buzzing. I'm gonna have to deal with this eventually, but right now, in this moment, I feel like I can actually breathe. And maybe that's worth 847 unread messages. I'm Theo. Thanks for listening to me work through this mess. And if you've ever been the ghost in the group chat, you're not alone. Sometimes the quietest exit is the loudest cry for space. Building mental skills isn't just about handling stress or bouncing back. If you develop mental skills, it essentially means you're preparing yourself to build strong relationships, make sound decisions, and find genuine fulfillment in whatever you do wherever you are. The most expensive thing you can buy is conventional wisdom. The most profitable thing you can sell is your own potential. Remember, you're always just one choice from a new beginning, and a single commitment away from a new life. The 2026 version of you is waiting. Okay, some real talk, real quick. You know that group chat sitting on your phone right now? The one with 200-something unread messages that you keep scrolling past? Yeah, that one? You're not a bad person for not opening it. You're not flaking. You're not being fake. You're just exhausted. Because somewhere along the way, staying connected started feeling like a second job. Every notification became this little test of whether you still care. Every meme you didn't react to felt like proof you were drifting away. And here's the thing, you probably are drifting, but not because you don't love these people. You're drifting because you're trying to protect something in yourself that feels like it's running on empty. FOMO isn't really about missing out on plans. It's about the fear that if you're not constantly there, constantly available, constantly reacting, maybe you don't matter as much. But you do matter, and your mental bandwidth matters too. So if you need to mute the chat, if you need to take a step back, if you need to stop performing friendship and start actually living it, that's okay. Real connection, it doesn't happen in a notification. It happens when you're brave enough to admit you need space, and your friends will understand. And if they don't, they'll learn. You're allowed to protect your peace. You've got this.